In banking or insurance, trust is the only thing you have to sell. Patrick Dixon. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating future-shaping initiative called Project Leap. This project aims to help central banks and financial institutions transition to quantum-resistant cryptography. Why does that matter? Because as quantum computers get stronger, many of our current security schemes could be broken. That's a big deal for banking, payments, data protection, essentially the backbone of trust and finance. Over the next 8 minutes, I'll walk you through how Project Leap works, what problems it solves, and why it's important. Let's get into it.
Every day, billions of financial transactions are executed globally, from day-to-day retail payments to complex financial market transactions. In our globally connected digital economy, these transactions take the form of electronic records that are transmitted, processed, and stored in computers around the world.
To set the stage, right now, most security and finance, things like digital signatures, encryption, key exchanges, rely on hand math problems like factoring large numbers. But quantum computers, in principle, can solve some of these hard problems much faster. That means signature or keys we trust today will become vulnerable. The risk adversaries could break data confidentially, impersonate banks or institutions, or forge transactions.
Protecting all this data is crucial for the privacy and integrity of financial transactions. Sensitive information is encrypted and signed using cryptographic protocols to ensure that an unauthorized entity cannot read, alter, or counterfeit transactions.
Why is this a big deal? If we don't plan ahead, there's a window of risk. Encrypted financial data or message transport today could be recorded by malicious actors, then decrypted later once quantum computers mature. That's called the store now, decrypt later threat. Also, unplanned rush migrations could break systems, reduce performance, or cause interoperability issues across institutions.
Secure and reliable cryptography is key to the stability of our global financial system. Cryptography is based on complex mathematical problems that are carefully designed so that even today's largest computers cannot decrypt them and steal information. But the potential emergence of quantum computers challenges the reliability of current cryptographic systems. Once these computers reach sufficient size and power, they could break current cryptographic protocols. That could be highly damaging and costly for the financial system. While quantum computers are not yet available, the security threat is still real and needs to be urgently addressed. Already today, malicious actors can intercept and store confidential data with the intention of decrypting it later. To counter this threat, Project Leap, a cooperation between the BIS Innovation Hub Eurosystem Center, Bank of France and Deutsche Bundesbank, aims to help central banks and the global financial system transition towards quantum-resistant cryptography.
Project Leap improves resilience. It enables financial infrastructures to stay ahead of threats rather than scrambling later. It helps maintain trust, which is essential in finance, and ensures that central banks, payment systems, and cross-border clearing can continue securely. It also fosters collaboration, as many financial actors must adopt compatible standards.
In its first phase, the project set up a quantum-resistant virtual private network to send payment messages between the French and German central banks. This quantum-resistant connection is meant to ensure the confidentiality and integrity of payment messages, even in the quantum era.
Project Leap is an initiative to help financial institutions, especially central banks, plan and execute the transition from current cryptography to quantum-resistant cryptography in a safe, smooth way. It's about institutional readiness, testing, standards, and migration paths.
But moving to quantum-resistant security also presents some challenges that need to be tackled. Project Leap has addressed some of the specific challenges of this transition for financial systems. The need to inventory existing systems and identify where vulnerable cryptographic protocols are used. The need for a dedicated team with new competencies. Cryptographic agility, which is the property of being able to switch between cryptographic schemes and algorithms without affecting the applications. The quantum-resistant cryptographic protocol's complexity and impact on performance. By identifying and analyzing these aspects, Project Leap helps central banks prepare for the transition to quantum-resistant cryptography and accelerate it.
Project Leap works through a staged approach. Inventory assessing cryptographic dependencies, figure out which systems rely on vulnerable algorithms. Risk clarification and prioritization, they decide which systems to protect first, i.e. critical payment systems. The prototype sandboxing, which integrate quantum-resistant algorithms and test environments and measure performance, latency, and compatibility. Interoperability testing, make sure new components can talk with existing systems and across institutions. And lastly, phase rollout and fallback, gradually replace or augment cryptographic modules with fallback mechanisms as issues arise. In this video, they reference pilot deployments or test beds and central banking settings to validate latency. These real-world tests help refine parameters and identify hidden pitfalls before broad rollouts.
Project Leap successfully established a quantum-safe communication environment. Moving forward, the project team will build on this result to address a much more global challenge: how to transition the entire financial system to quantum-resistant cryptography and help maintain the privacy and integrity of all our financial transactions.
The roadmap typically spans multiple years. Early phases are for research and prototyping. Mid phases tested non-critical or parallel systems. Later phases gradually replace cryptographic modules and core systems. Importantly, overlapping periods. So basically, with the overlapping period, or during the overlapping period, they will fuse the hybrid cryptography with the regular financial system. This may be used where both classical and quantum-resistant schemes coexist to reduce risk. This is a multi-stakeholder effort. Central banks, financial market infrastructures, standards organizations, crypto researchers, system vendors, governments ensures consistency, compliance, and coordinated timing across jurisdictions. To sum up Project Leap, quantum computers threaten current cryptography. Project Leap offers a roadmap for safe migration and financial systems. It operates via assessment, prototyping, standardization, and deployment. Challenges include performance, compatibility, standards uncertainty, and coordination. With the success of Project Leap, this means that long-term trust and security and continuity in global finance. Thanks for sticking with me throughout this video of Project Leap. This is one of those behind-the-scenes infrastructure